welcome. For those who don't know me, my name is Victoria and I am a licensed real estate salesperson in New York. And the goal of my videos is to give you guys some information that is real estate related. So when you are ready to buy or sell real estate, you have the resources in terms of my videos. So today is a new day. I have new flowers. I am drinking my green juice, which I drink every single day. And I have prepared a really cool video for you guys, which is going to be very useful for first-time home buyers. If you're an experienced property buyer, then it might be useful for you as well, just to refresh your memory. So today we're going to talk about tips that are really great for first-time home buyers and things that you need to start doing before you buy a property and to focus on. So let's dive in. All right, and the first tip that I have for you guys is just to start planning ahead. Even if you're not ready to buy a real estate property just yet, but if the thought of owning a real estate property has crossed your minds, then it's a really good time to start planning. And planning involves doing a lot of research, like research on the area, research on current market conditions, research on different types of properties. All those things you need to consider when you are going to be ready to buy real estate. The second tip that I have for you guys is to determine of how much of a home you can afford. And what do I mean by that? First, what you need to do is to audit your finances. Figure out how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. I would recommend creating a spreadsheet in Excel. That's what I usually do. And write down every single expense, even if it's a tiny one. And that's how you can calculate how much money you spend. Also, of course, write down every single source of income for you. And once you talk about expenses, don't forget to consider small things, even if it seems like they wouldn't matter. You probably will see how your spending habits are. And sometimes, grabbing that coffee in the morning from a coffee shop that costs like $2 or $3, it adds up. Eating out all the time or like a few times a week, it adds up. And you will be surprised how much money you can actually potentially save once you will see what you're spending your money on. I am not a financial advisor, but I'm just talking from my experience, and those Excel spreadsheets, they help a lot. And once you determine your finances, you will be able to get an idea of how much you can spend on a property. And usually I would recommend that it is somewhere between 25 and 28% of your net income. And the third tip that I have for you is start saving. Saving is not only good when you're planning on buying real estate property, it's good just in general. It's always good to have some money in the savings account. So a real estate property ownership is not going to be cheap. And in order to purchase one, even if you're taking a mortgage, there is more than just a down payment. There will be some closing costs. You will also need some money for moving. You will need some money for repairs, for any furniture that maybe you would want to purchase. So a lot of money is going to be needed, that's for sure. So definitely start saving money so once you're ready to buy real estate property, you have it. And the fourth tip that I have for you guys is just know your credit score. It's very important because if you're planning on taking a mortgage, the credit score is going to affect your APR, it's going to affect how much of a loan you can get. So I would highly recommend to download your credit report, see what's going on there, see how high your credit score is and what you can do to improve it. If you're planning on doing a real estate purchase in a very near future, then it's probably a good idea not to take any new loans. It's probably a good idea to keep your credit amount as low as possible. Obviously, definitely make your payments on time. But credit score, again, it's very important, and there are certain ways how you can improve it. Tip number 5. So good news is there are a lot of different programs for first-time home buyers. So make sure that you research ones, and they might be very useful for you. Tip number 6, account for all costs and realize how much the house or home ownership will truly cost you. Because buying a home or buying a property like an apartment or anything, mortgage is one thing, and you should know that there are other expenses. There are property taxes. Let's say if you live in a co-op, there will be maintenance. If you live in a condo, it will be common charges. There is a homeowner's insurance. There is money that's going to be needed for home improvements, furnishings, maintenance of the place, and many others. So as you see, it's not as straightforward and simple. There are some other costs that come with the home ownership. Tip number 7, explore mortgage options. There are many different mortgages, starting from a conventional loan to FHA loan or VA loan. Do your research, see which one is going to be suitable for you, and that will make a big difference. Tip number 8, when you're ready to take a mortgage, make sure that you shop around and make sure that you speak with at least like 4 or 5 different lenders. They all offer different things, and you might be very surprised to see how much money you can save. Make sure that you get a pre-approval letter from a mortgage lender. It's very important because a lot of sellers will not even consider offers that are not being accompanied by a pre-approval letter if a buyer is planning on taking a mortgage. And once you have that letter, it will save you time in advance, because if you don't have it, let's say you find a house or an apartment of your dreams and you want to make an offer, but if they will ask you for a pre-approval letter, you will still need to spend time on that to get one. So it's important to do it in advance. Once you're ready to start looking for houses or apartments, decide which neighborhood you want your property to be in. That's very important. Do your research on that particular neighborhood. Find out crime rates. Find out if there are things that you need for convenience, if they are somewhere in the neighborhood. See how neighborhood gets like during the day, during the weekend. Like, those are important things to consider. If you're a first-time home buyer, it's very important that you find a real estate agent or a real estate broker. Why is it important? Well, those are professionals who know the areas, who know what the current market conditions are, who know all the prices and everything, and they can guide you. Buying a property can be extremely overwhelming, and real estate agent will be a person who will hold your hands through the entire process, who will answer your questions, who will help you with everything. That's why it's really important that you get one and you work with one. So we all know that time is precious, and sometimes time can be wasted. In order not to do that, I would highly recommend to attend like virtual open houses, or just look at different videos of listings. Especially during COVID, more and more of those videos have started appearing in listings. So that can save you time, because from the video you will be able to see if that particular place is a right fit for you or not. Obviously, if you don't like it, you can just skip to another one, and if you like it, you can visit it in person. And once you're ready to proceed with a real estate property purchase, it's a really good idea to hire a home inspector. I know that there is a fee for that, but it's a money well spent. Home inspectors are professionals who are able to identify any potential issues or problems that particular property that you're considering might have. Believe it or not, I've had some deals that actually fell through based on the home inspection report. And it's just a good idea in general just to know what's going on with that particular property. If there is a termite issue, if there is a plumbing issue, if there is an electrical issue, like you definitely don't want any surprises once you're already a homeowner. Stick to your budget. That's very important. Don't go over it because you don't want to be stuck with a property that you can barely afford. And once you get pre-approved for a mortgage, it's possible that a bank will approve you for like a higher amount, but it doesn't mean that you have to go with it. Make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure that you have money left, for other things. That's really important. And once you have a sales contract, just make sure that you read it a few times that you understand every single word, every single paragraph, that you understand what it means and you understand what is expected from you. If there is something that you don't know or there is something that you need an explanation for, don't be embarrassed. Speak with your real estate attorney and make sure that you get clear answers. Believe me, it's very crucial. That's maybe one of the largest purchases that you are doing in your entire life. So you want to know what you're signing for. So make sure that you read and understand the contract. And the last tip that I have for you guys for today is to budget for maintenance and any unforeseeable home repairs. That's really important, and it's probably a very good habit just to set money aside every single month towards that particular account. And let's say once something happens, and let's say maybe their air conditioner stops working, or there is a problem with plumbing or anything, you already have that money saved and you don't have to dig for your other savings. So it's always good to account for those things because believe me, from my own experience, things they do break. Things need some repairs. Things need some replacements when you're a homeowner. So be prepared. So that's it. I really hope that you enjoyed my video. Please give me thumbs up if you liked it. Consider subscribing to my channel. I have videos coming out every week discussing different interesting real estate topics. Please be well, and I hope I will see you soon.